5 minutes ago.
Mr. Prime Time.
Cheers.
Did you win?
Draft is over. Yeah, did.
So you're 3-2 now?
4-2. 3 in a row.
No shit.
Yeah.
So is there any rumor that you're in the running for Mel Rojas's job?
Who's Mel Rojas?
Oh, who's the guy?
Isn't that the old Mets manager?
Yeah. Who's the new Mets manager?
Luis Rojas?
Yeah,
the guy you're talking about?
They all suck. Doesn't make a difference.
No, we got Diesel Donnie. I think he's gonna be the new manager. Gonna start ripping some heaters with Diesel Donnie.
Ripping heaters. That'd be a great shirt.
I've seen it already.
Really?
Yeah, I might get one. Yeah. There's one on Barstool. There's one on Pete. There's one on Pete Alonso's own website with the jersey number 69 on it. So kind of like that. Got a little swag going on.
Barstool never misses a beat, man. They're always on top of that kind of shit.
Yep. Always.
So primetime, the draft is come and gone. Now we have. I don't do draft grades because I think they're just about as useless as mock drafts. But
A+, right?
But what's surprising is that the tremendous amount of positivity surrounding this New York Jets team, man. Like universally, not even like the local media, but like national people, like NFL, like Gil Brandt, like guys like that are giving the Jets credit, which is like a nice, refreshing change. I think at this point. I
was gonna say I don't think I've heard any of like the so-called experts give the Jets anything less than like an A- or maybe I heard 1 B+, but that was about as bad as I've heard. And I've heard a bunch of names as far as sleepers of the draft go. Elijah Moore's been mentioned on a few different lists. Yep. Michael Carter's been on there, so pretty pleased, believe it or not. Surrounded the quarterback with talent, not much to complain about.
Yeah, no.
What was it? Cookie Rojas that was the manager then. The Mets had another Rojas that was a manager. Mel Rojas, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think of a name. I'm not really a Mets person, so I was just like trying to think of the person's name. Primetime and swagger, two words don't go together. Cassandra coming out with just.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
She don't know my swag level.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, though, pretty much everybody universally is giving him a lot of credit. Just saying, especially the first 4 rounds, giving a lot of a lot of value. And I think the consensus after that is the Jets took a lot of swings on tremendous athletes with speed, athleticism, stuff like that. A lot of versatile players that can play linebacker, safety, corner, a lot of that. And then even like any undrafted free agents, a couple in there too are kind of intriguing, especially the tight end from Ole Miss.
Yeah, him too. I was gonna say, just in general, I mean, guys with good measurables, guys that love football, like we keep talking about, good character guys. That seems to be the theme, The fact that they went defense with the last 6 picks, I wasn't a huge fan of that. But again, you're giving Salah some toys to play with, and you address the offense early. So,
yeah, I mean, the thing that I walk away from the most about this is I just did a video a couple minutes ago. Like, dude, it's fun to be a Jets fan because it's like they're coming off as a competent organization, like they know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I mean, and it's like last year when they were in the draft room and fucking Douglas is over there, Gase is hiding from the camera, and all this other shit. It looked like a traveling circus, man. And it's like now, like they're a cohesive unit, man. It's like they're all in this together. They're all buying in. They're all fired up. It's like at least at least presenting something.
But yeah, with Gase out of the picture, it's easy to kind of just buy in and allow these guys to do their thing, trust in the process. Like trying to trust in the process when you know the direction that you're headed in, which was the way that Miami ended up turning out. Like we saw all the signs, and they all started to creep in very early. So it's hard to really rally behind that. It's hard to get excited about anything. But with Salah, the new energy, you see it in the phone calls to all the draft picks. Him and Joe Douglas both. It seems like they're on the same page, and they got this thing going in the right direction.
So now I'm a fraud. All right.
Whoa.
There we go.
How did you become a fraud?
I don't know. This is probably a guy that's probably sitting in his basement. But it's just so cool, dude. It is so cool to see, like, and it's resonating to the players already. Like you see all the players back and forth on social media going, like all the young guys, and like Becton's been like a big guy talking to everybody. And it's like, they're all buying in, man. And it's just cool. Like, listen, none of this shit today means anything come, August, September, when they get on the field and do things. But this perceived culture problem that we have, what direction are we going? Does Joe Douglas know what the hell he's doing? All these different things. What is a Jet player? Like, what is Joe Douglas's type of player? We're starting to figure it all out now, dude, especially with these young guys, dude. They're all like high character, high energy, motivated, and love the game of football. Even like Zach Wilson. Well, you love Zach Wilson, I hate him. The kid is apparently a film junkie, loves football, has a swagger about it, but it's like they love it, dude. And it's nice, man. Like, it's just cool to see where it's like He said, like last year, like we knew what we were getting ourselves into. We knew it was bad and it was only going to get worse. And we hit rock bottom. And now they're trying to find their way up. And it's cool to see, man. Like I got to tell you, it's like you can actually wear Jet shit and people are like, hey, man, you guys had a good draft. Like, hey, I like this. I like that. Instead of walking around with your head down and be like, oh, fuck, I know our coach sucks. I know Sam is struggling. I know this fucking sucks and that sucks. And Jamal Adams is a prick. We know that. Like you walk around like you already have like your defense answers already up. Like when somebody walks up to me, I'm like, I know the Jets suck, dude. I know. Now it's like, hey, man, yeah, like we got a cool coach. We got this. We got that. It's like it's
easy to buy in now. It's easy to buy in.
Yeah, and like
I said, have a feeling that things are starting to slowly turn around. Not that we're expecting playoffs this year, but a competitive team that's well coached, that has some kind of an identity. I think that's what we could all expect. Yeah,
and the thing is too is like the one thing where it's like it's like build through the draft and build around your quarterback. We can say for a good like right now with Zach Wilson, he's got playmakers, dude. Like legitimate playmakers, especially if they scheme well. You have explosive guys in the backfield. You got receivers all over the freaking place. Tight end, we have no idea. They added one, and now you have Herndon. Like,
well, I was gonna say, think about it. I mean, if you look at our depth chart at receiver right now, our top 3 wideouts for the first half of last year are listed as what now? Like 7, 8, and 9. So that tells you all you need to know right there. Completely revamped the wide receiver group.
Yeah, no, and that's and I'm just super excited because one of my biggest complaints for this team for decades has been speed, especially on defense, dude. Where our linebackers, even when in our good days, our linebackers always look slow. Safeties always look slow. And on offense, you watch like the Tariq Cohens, the Tyreek Hills, all these guys all across the NFL. I'm like, why can't we have fast guys like that? Like the speed of the game, like you watch like all these other high flying teams, then you watch the Jet game. We never look like the same, like in the same league. Like, why are we like, we always look so slow? Not minus the Frank Gore jokes, but even everywhere else, it was like, dude, we always look like, even like P. Ryan, a nice player, but like you don't see these bursts, like all these, like, once they get past the line of scrimmage, they're gone. Yeah. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that now.
Or even the speed guys that you do have, like the Vincent Smiths and the Jeff Smiths and guys like that. Now they're not the the primary target. They can kind of be the 5th or 6th option. Well, maybe that allows them to get open in single coverage, kind of go unnoticed in a defense. So
and the other thing too is when you add this amount of athletes, automatically the biggest impact you should see right away is special teams. That's exactly where you should see on kick coverage, all these different things. You have guys just run around. They're playing for their jobs. They're playing for reps. Then that's the one thing I'm most interested in as we go forward is how does Salah how does he control his team? Is he going to hold everybody accountable? Will you actually earn your reps, or are you going to hand out jobs? Like is it going to be open? Like is Greg Van Roten going to be handed the job, or is it open competition at a spot? Like how are they going to handle all these spots, especially at the cornerback position, dude?
I mean, why wouldn't it be open competition pretty much across the board? Brand new coach, brand new regime, new offense, new defense. Everything's wide open. I mean, that should be the message to everybody.
Yep.
Every single job is wide open for the taking. Who wants it more?
Exactly dude. I love that. I think, especially when you have this amount of young guys all competing, you bring out the best in everybody else.
Yep.
Go and that was one of the things with Todd Bowles. He did some things. We talked about it. We were like, dude, why is this guy still playing? Play the young guys. Gase did it last year. Like, why is Frank Gore, whoever it is, why are these guys still on the field? Like Tremaine Johnson, Ollie, why are they still here? They shouldn't be playing. Earn your spot. Yep. What is that? Pierre Desir, another one. Like, dude, what are we doing with these guys? So I'm excited, man.
That's going to be interesting. At some point, there's going to be a situation where Salah and a player eventually butt heads. Because right now, I mean, he's cool with everybody. Everybody's his bro and everything like that. Yep. What's going to happen when eventually he has to cut somebody, or he has to take a starter and put him on the bench? How does he handle certain situations like that?
Yep. His personality is still infectious, man.
Yep.
Like all those phone calls, minus Woody Johnson being awkward as hell, but like he could tell he's gonna relate to him, man. Like he's just all fired up and he's genuine. I think the most thing I got out of Joe Douglas and Salah in all these interviews is they're genuine as shit. So it's
Salah especially. I think
he comes off real believable, dude. And I think the one thing I like the most, he's like, just be you. Like we know what you can do. We want you to do that here, but at a better level. It's like. We're not going to make you somebody you're not.
Yeah, and even better, with the Zach Wilson call, like we're going to elevate you. Like don't come here trying to save the franchise. Like we're going to pick you up. We're going to uplift you. Like that shit's awesome. I love hearing that.
Yeah, no. So I completely agree. What's up, boys? Little surprise. Only one offensive lineman drafted. Yeah, me too. That's
probably my biggest critique.
Yep. I mean, if you watched our draft streams, and first of all, thank you to everybody who watched our streams. Thank you everybody's buying the shirts. That's just, you guys are crazy, man. We definitely appreciate that. But if you watch the draft stream, I kind of had like 4 guys in my head that I thought they're going to take when they took the receiver. And I was like, wow, like kind of shocked. I'm like, this is not the way I thought we were going to go.
I was pleased because, I mean, I've been a big advocate for this receiving group. I didn't have Elijah Moore, going at that pick. I thought there was a few other guys they would probably consider there, but I definitely wanted a receiver, somewhat early. I like Mims, but he still has a lot to prove. I think Corey Davis will be here for a couple of years and he'll be solid, but you still want to get another legitimate weapon for your quarterback to grow with. And I think Elijah Moore, especially the fact that he fits in the slot, Crowder's only signed for another year. I think that's a great fit.
Yeah, and the thing about the offensive line, it's like, listen, and the weird thing is, everybody said the Jets have got to get offensive linemen. They trade up to get a very good one. And there's people complaining about that. Listen, the compensation was a lot. But if you're getting arguably the best guard prospect in the draft, how are you possibly mad about that?
Well, I understand why some people are a little upset because if you look at it and say, all right, if we stuck at 23 and we could have got Tevin Jenkins there, and then with our other pick, we could have got Creed Humphrey, and then we'd still have our extra, third rounders. Right. You kind of look at it that way. But again, you targeted your best offensive lineman. You had conviction. You moved up to go get him. As long as he's now the best guard in the draft, I mean, that's a great move.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it paid dividends for the Colts, it paid dividends for other teams where they think he's that good. Like, and we honestly said this prime time in our videos coming up to this, their streams. Like, if Joe Douglas has a conviction, a guy he really wants, I wouldn't be mad if he moved up to get him. We said it, right? We say, hey, we gotta move up, go get your guy, go get him. We have all these draft resources. You have a shitload of picks next year too. So if you want it, if you believe in the guy that much, and based on all the interviews Joe Douglas did, he loves this kid, dude. So I'm like, hey.
I think the only thing I'm a little upset about, like, afterwards, is that they didn't take some picks maybe from next year to get back into like maybe round 3 or something.
Yep. Yeah, no, I was begging, dude. We did a stream. I'm like, please find a way to move up, find a way to move up, especially when some guys were dropping that were surprising. Like you saw Creed Humphrey drop so far. Like, it was weird to see where some of these guys, the kid from Notre Dame, but he had a heart condition, which I didn't know about that. So it's just wild, man.
Yep.
So we got here. We're saying hello to everybody. Yeah, the obviously right now, my personal opinion is try to bring back Brian Poole. If you're looking at guys to sign, everybody keeps saying Sherman. I don't think that's going to happen. But like Poole, I think would come back cheap. You have Nelson. If you look at offensive linemen out there, there's still some couple guys out there. I think it probably still makes some moves. They got plenty of cap space, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they can still create more with Van Roten and Lewis and possibly even Griffin too.
Yeah, and the one that we've gotten a bunch of questions on, like some arguments too, is Crowder. What do you want to do with Crowder? And you made a really good point the last stream. Like I didn't even think about that. Was you don't have to do anything now. Get this team healthy into training camp first. So maybe you get an offer then. Like if, they're all there, they're all playing well. Like all right, he's expendable now. His contract's kind of pricey, but maybe at least wait till that point if you're going to make a move at all.
Yeah, I mean, not even just to training camp, but get through training camp, have everybody healthy, and then you see what Elijah Moore is. You determine that all right, he's ready to go. He's a day one starter in the slot. Mims is healthy. He's looking good on the outside, and you say all right, we like the depth that we have between guys like Berrios and the Smiths. So then you could say all right, you know what, maybe that $10 million we can spend that money elsewhere, or even like kind of put it towards next year. I can understand that, but like right now going into training camp, I want as much depth as possible for my new quarterback.
Yep. No, I agree too. So I think there's plenty of moves to be made. There'll be a lot more cuts, a lot of different things happening. I'm happy. I've been happy, man. I've been pleasantly pleased with how this all played out, man. I'm not gonna lie. Couple trade Crowder to the Eagles for Zach Ertz.
Ooh,
interesting one. The other big topic is the backup quarterback position. What people want to do there, whether it's Nick Mullins, whether it's Foles, whether it's Hoyer,
James Morgan.
James Morgan. Yeah. That guy. So, and then there's always the kicker conversation, which we haven't had in a while. We got who the hell is our kicker? What are we going to do there? So, plenty to talk about. What we will do here. Oh, thanp you, man. We appreciate
that, Mike. Thank you.
So what we're doing, for people who don't know, we're selling shirts. We have a link that I didn't copy and paste it. $2 every shirt goes to the Scars Foundation, which supports mental health awareness. If you guys don't know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we do a lot for that, and the response has been completely crazy. So what we did was we ordered the shirts today. It's gonna take us about a week or so to print, probably 10 days. So we'll get them out probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. We will get them out. We will give all the information once we do. But thank you for that. Yes, we are all optimistic. I got to share the link too. Should I do that either? Primetime's baseball team is winning. Everything's going good here, man.
Yeah,
Primetime's happy.
good
I'm
vibe.
happy.
Good,
What the
good
hell?
vibes. Good vibes all around. Knicks are still winning.
Knicks are still Knicks. I was so wrong with Derrick Rose, dude. I could not have been fucking more. I mean, he's been like I'd bring him back next year too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so I was completely wrong with that. So if you want to come on and talk with us a little bit, I have some trivia questions of my own that I thought at the top of my head that we can do.
Ooh.
Not sure how Romeo is. Yes, I did get sunburned yesterday. You can see my nose I got punched. So that's not sunburn. That's called getting punched in the nose. But the rest of it's sunburn.
Like a fight or training?
Training. When you get a little bit too tired and your head doesn't move anymore, you become a punching bag, and that's what I was. So, interesting article on use of magic mushrooms I mean, whatever works for you.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
I've heard that too. Yeah,
like using it in like micro doses and whatnot. Yeah.
Yep. What's up, Timothy? You owe us a shotgun, my friend. You owe us a shotgun, just in case you're wondering, because you lost. Prime time no longer the Jeff Fisher of baseball managers.
Whoa, who said I was the Jeff Fisher? Wow.
What are we all going to bitch about now? Well, listen, it's very easy. Kickers,
we'll find something.
punters. I mean, I'm sure the flight crew. We'll find things to be pissed off about. Let's see. Tyson still fight with the ankle. No, I'm not fighting nobody. Do we predict Zach starts for his? Predict his stats?
Oh,
I'm not doing that. No, thank you.
Not yet. Too soon.
I'll pass on that one.
Too soon.
Prime time, you broke Cassandra's heart.
How'd I do that?
I don't know. I know she's having a rough time, man, because the Saints draft was so bad, so she's been kind of down and out.
True.
So
we
got to give her some support. Make sure she's staying happy over there.
Ian Book, the next Saints quarterback.
I mean, I'm all down for that, man.
Yeah, I'm down for that too, actually.
Should be miserable. The kid's a gamer, man, but I don't think he has the arm for the NFL. He's a good kid though. He's a winner.
Him and Taysom Hill. That's a nice quarterback competition.
If you can combine those two, if you can give Taysom Hill's arm to him, he'd be a lot better. They can combine them. Let's see what we got here. Am I scared about Mac Jones going to New England? I am not. I think Sherman's going to a West Coast team, man. I don't think we keep talking about it. There's three things he wants to do. He wants to be on the West Coast, money, and win. And I think we can't even 2 of the 3. I don't think we can offer. Let's see. We can go to, what do you want to go to? Go to Afram. See what Afram's thinking tonight. What's up, man?
Gentlemen, good evening. How are you?
Good. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. This past weekend, fantastic. I'm so happy what he did. I'm looking forward to training camp. Very excited. Just a great job. Finally, we have competency in the front office. Had a plan. They stuck to it. I like the fact they moved up to get the AVT. And like you said, would the Colts trade that much assets to get Quentin Nelson? Yes, they would.
No.
You know, if they moved up to get to draft him. So it was a good move. Did you see the undrafted guys they got? They got 4 O-linemen, huge, big guys too.
Yep.
And a lot of speed on the safeties and the cornerbacks. So it's going to be big competition, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Something to look forward to. No negativity.
No, I mean, there's no reason to be, man. It's exciting. Like no matter what anybody's opinion was of Zach Wilson prior to the draft, he's here now. Like, he's your quarterback now. So it doesn't matter who else you wanted. Like, let's just let the kid get acclimated. Let's build around him and let's have some fun with it.
You see him tweeting the highlights of Elijah Moore, all the guys on the team. So he's already starting to be a leader on the team. Yep, which is good.
And the one thing I like about him is, like, they talk about he's a film junkie, man. He loves studying film. He loves studying football. Like, he truly loves the game. Like, I know they always say about every quarterback you bring in, but they're saying, like, all his former coaches said he's always in the film just trying to figure shit out, which is exactly how you say. That's how you learn fast. That's how you also get respected by your teammates too, like especially the veteran guys, because he's got to kind of earn his stripes with the team. That's a good way to start, man, being a film junkie.
But not only that, it's the way he progressed in college. Yep. He saw his mistakes. He worked on them. He got better every year. And it's good that we have someone that's is dedicated to that, and he's looking to succeed, which is what we want. We want winners on this team. We want character people that want to win, and I swear, I was looking forward to it. I was like Kevin said, that jacked me up when he said, "We have an organization that's going to lift you up. You don't have to worry about it." That just boom, that hit me so good. So hey, I'm so excited. I don't show it, but I'm so excited.
Well, no, and that's the thing he said. Like even like almost every conversation you have with a player, he's like, just be yourself. We know what you can do well. We're going to put you into our system. It's going to fit perfectly. Like trying to take the pressure off them. Just saying, listen, just you'll fit in fine. Just work hard, and we'll all be good. Like it's a different mindset, man.
Yeah, I don't see Poole coming back because, from what I understand, the defensive coordinator had cut him when he was in Atlanta. I guess it didn't fit him in his system back then, so I don't foresee him coming back with the Jets if the defensive coordinator didn't like him in Atlanta. I don't know if he's going to like him here, but we'll see. I also heard some things. A lot of people really think Nick Foles would be great for the Jets as a backup. They said that all the teammates loved him in Philadelphia, but he's still under contract, and we'll probably have to trade a decent pick, and he won't cost much. I think it's like $4 or $5 million.
Yeah, it's $5 million for 1 year.
Yeah, but it would be good for the locker room.
Well, it's good for a variety of reasons. Say if Zach Wilson's not ready to play, they got to sit him for a reason. You can bring a competent guy in the play and just take reps and not like David Fales or some shit.
Yeah, no, it's he doesn't fit the system as well as Wilson does, but he's not as nimble. But you need a guy, veteran like that, who he's not looking to start, but he can groom the quarterback and be his friend there to support him, unlike what we had previously.
Yeah, well, you could also do like he could be a buffer between the coach and Zach Wilson. You help him read defenses, help him do things, talk him up, whatever else. So
yeah, no.
Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Be good. Keep it up.
Have a good night, man.
And that's the one thing primetime people don't really talk about a lot. Is just like when you have somebody new to the NFL, when the coach is yelling at you and shit's going wrong and your hair's going wild, you have that veteran quarterback comes by and says, listen, man, sit down, relax. Here's what I saw. Here's what you did wrong. I can help you with this. Look for this. Here's a key you can see. Watch, like those little.
Josh McCown, Mark Brunell. I mean,
yep.
Let's find that veteran. I still remember the booger pick.
Blaine Gabbert. Somebody was saying, what the hell is Blake Bortles? I'm like, oh, Christ.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Let's see. So we will go to Vincent. What's up, man?
Oh, no, what's up? I was actually just pausing the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice.
Just for us?
Yeah.
You're not wearing any Jet stuff, man. You're like all in your rock gear tonight.
I was saying, you look like you're going out. You got a date?
No. I'm just relaxed. Gonna watch a bit of the Mortal Kombat movie before the Knicks game starts.
All right.
So, what are your thoughts on the draft, man?
Loved it, absolutely. I loved how they addressed the draft in the exact order it should have been. Number 1, draft quarterback. Number 2, protect quarterback. Number 3, acquire weapons for said quarterback. And number 4, address the defense. That's the exact order that it should have been done, and I think we all agree that was the right way to handle this situation.
That was actually a solid take.
That's probably the best take you've had since you've done this show.
That was well done.
Thanks.
So
you saw my super chat about the magic mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah. So the question I have for you is, while I agree with your assessment, were you surprised they didn't get more offensive linemen in the draft?
I guess not, but I obviously the fact they didn't is that they have faith in Cam Clark, and I guess he was just held back because of Adam Gase's incompetence. And like I said, George Fant will play much more better in his own blocking scheme. So I think that they said, this is the only absolute need right now is just one. I think maybe, if Clark doesn't live up to expectations next year, maybe they'll get one in next year's draft.
So what would you say right now is the biggest need remaining on the roster after the draft?
Obviously, the backup quarterback position.
More so than like another corner? Or...
Well, look, I think they're going to let the Salah has a reputation for getting the absolute most out of these late-round defensive backs. So, I mean, we're going to see how everything pans out. I would like to get another veteran corner in here. I haven't really checked who's still available, so I don't know anybody off the top of my head. Outside of the obvious ones, the Poole, the Richard Shermans, and that's
Steve Nelson.
Yep, but one from the Steelers that I think of. Yeah, that one. I can remember. Yeah, like outside of that, I haven't really paid attention to it. I've been really looking at some of the highlights of the undrafted players that just have gotten. Some good moves there too. I really loved Kenny Yeboah at Ole Miss.
Yep.
I'm surprised he didn't get drafted. It was surprised. I thought it would have been like, at least gone like in the 5th, 6th round somewhere. But to be the team that got him, I think that's an incredible steal.
No, I mean there's a lot of excitement, man. A lot of young players with potential.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna say this. Mark my words, guys. This will be the offseason we will look back on in many years now that will define the Jets going forward.
I think so too, actually.
I think so too.
That's two good takes. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. You're actually doing very well tonight.
Well, then I'm just here to talk football for once and not any gimmicky nonsense.
Where are the dogs at?
They're upstairs with my mom. We just found out why Lucy's been licking herself. Apparently, they left one of the stitches in there from when she got spayed, and it's been driving her nuts, and that's what it is, like an infection down there.
Ooh.
So she's got to go this Saturday to get it taken out.
Well, hopefully Lucy is much better, and thank you for calling in, man. This is probably your best call you've ever had.
Definitely best call.
Well, yes, you know what? Thanks. Remember, guys, go Jets.
Have a good night, man. That's a very dramatic go Jets, wasn't it?
But he's building up to something else there.
See, and we didn't ask for any gimmicks. We didn't ask for anything, right?
No. As the Mets just tied it up. Ugh, 3-run homer. Gross.
The Mets tied it up?
No, they gave up a 3-run homer to tie it up.
Did Lindor get a hit yet?
No, he's still 0 for like 22, I think.
Prime time.
Not worried about it.
Our next caller is a phenomenal caller. Had a very intense. What's up, Johnny? A very intense guitar battle, but based on our Twitter votes, I don't think he won the battle. Unfortunately,
it's a shame
Tim,
too.
what's up, man?
Came out with fire too, man.
Yep. No, I did.
I loved your creativity, but
win or lose. You know what? My takeaway is we came to rock the place. We did it, and I'm incredibly proud with my performance on Mr. Primetime Blues with the I nailed the solo. Like I'm so freaking happy about it, and I love your guys' reactions, like laughing, cracking up. It was freaking fantastic, and I've watched it like 50 fucking times. And, it's just been amazing. Yeah, and I had like the sound issues, but like I'm not making excuses, but like during the day, the sound checks were fucking perfect. It was just something the way that the shitty amp that I had, like the way that translated through the microphone.
So what you're saying is that in practice everything went well, but then during the game, something just
Well, yeah, no, it's like I guess
I've heard that many times.
No, you know what, dude? It was like Elias was great. God bless the kid. I'm not drinking tonight, so I guess I'll have to do the shotgun like next Monday night or whatever.
That's fine. We'll give you time to practice and study the film on shotguns and stuff. Cause it's not easy as prime time could show you. It wasn't easy to learn.
He makes it look easy, but no, I've already watched when I started watching the show like last year. I actually, believe it or not, I started watching a couple of like YouTube tutorials on how to do a shotgun. But the good news is I have experience like drinking right from a keg spigot.
Okay.
What's wrong? I'm not drinking tonight. I can't be tonight. I'm not drinking beer tonight. Sorry, Cassandra. But no. We can't. Well, thank God Vincent had 2 takes. I don't got no takes on football. But
I don't remember those.
No, the bottom line is Mr. Primetime Blues was freaking special. Very special. But it helped you turn the corner, right, Mr. Primetime?
Absolutely did. That's why you see this new me. I'm happy. I'm positive. I'm looking for the future. That helped me
Yeah.
turn the page. I needed that.
Yeah, the last line of the song is like, Mr. Primetime good old Mr. Primetime doesn't have to sing the blues anymore. The whole point. Turn
That's
that
right.
corner. But dudes, no, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you letting me do this. It was such a fun time. It's such a fun time.
Well, that was only game 1, man. It's a 5-game series, so you have a rematch coming up soon.
Yeah, the rematch. Well, I had an epiphany. What about this?
Uh-oh.
Like the wrestlers do a lot like professional live stream on your show.
I'm down.
Because that number one, I don't want that sound issue to happen again. Like that's not my main amp. My main amp is so big that like my wife won't even let me keep it in the house. Like that's just a shitty ass desktop amp I have.
So how can you do that? How would you guys do that? Where do you guys perform? Where do you guys like practice at?
It would have to be professionally done because I don't want the sound to be fucked again. It would probably cost some money to produce it, but it might be worth it because it would have to be filmed at a club and then live stream from the club. You'd have to have the professional sound mixing being done. Otherwise the sound would be fucked.
We gotta figure something out.
Yeah, but that's a concept. No, it's
book a gig already, man. We want to go see.
Probably in June.
Let's talk Jets Radio at the club. Let's do it.
I mean, everything's opening up. May 19th, man. Everything's opening up all around here.
Let's do something. No, I want to keep the momentum going and do something. But
all right. So now you're gonna have a concert, but we gotta schedule another day for you and Elias to go at it again.
I got to work out the sound issues, and then we'll do it.
All right. Fair enough.
Maybe I'll have to broadcast from the studio or something.
But
all best wishes to Elias, man. He kicked ass, and if I had to lose to somebody, it's like Barkley. If you have to lose to Jordan, there's no shame in that.
But then there's always round 2, man.
There's always round 2. So dudes, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. Peace out.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good night, man.
Later. Okay, bye.
I can't wait to go see his band, dude. I'm definitely down. Anybody has a band in our stream, like anybody that follows us and has a band and plays anywhere in like New York, New Jersey, I'm down. May 19th, shit is opening up, and I will go anywhere to get the fuck out of the house and see live music. I cannot wait, man.
I'm definitely in.
Definitely in. And then what the schedule comes out May 12th, we'll start booking trips to go to games. So he wants to do a concert for us, dude.
My real farewell to Sam.
Yep.
Just go to Carolina.
So we're going to what? We're going to Carolina. We're going to Atlanta.
Yep.
I'll probably go to Miami too. Miami's always fun.
I think I got to do Miami once.
Miami's so much fun, dude.
It all depends where the games fall, though.
Oh, here comes the excuses.
Well, I have work Monday mornings. I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah, Tim was selling himself short, too. He was phenomenal, dude. We just couldn't hear him crystal clear, but he was, like, tearing it up, too. So, yeah, he was selling himself short. He played phenomenal. All right, we will go to, now, this last one. Yeah, how about Kluber, man? Back-to-back good ones?
You were just ripping him to shreds 2 weeks ago.
He had a little pep talk. He had to be inspired a little bit.
All right.
So
that's what
Arthur Ave. Yeah, we got to do. So prime time. When we go to Arthur Ave, you coming with me?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Making sure you're not gonna back out.
Why would I do that?
I'm just saying. Arthur Ave's a little too rough for you, man. Too much food. Too much,
Too rough. My dad grew up in the Bronx.
So now the next guy, who's a little down, wasn't embracing the excitement of Jets. But now we'll bring on Jake. Maybe he's got a better demeanor now. Maybe he's a little more excited, or we got to yell at him. What's up, Jake?
Good night. Good evening, guys. How you doing?
He's serious again.
Yeah, still not.
No, I actually I had feel a little better now. Digest things a little bit.
Oh, good. Took some Tums.
Got a new haircut.
I was gonna say you're looking fresh. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I had a chance. Obviously, I watched the draft the rest of the weekend. The whole weekend I was actually talking with my Niners buddies. So it was kind of nice to have somebody to give me like advice about like what Salah's mindset is about what he wants to vision for defense. So it was really like the day 3 where it was like crucial to have like some advice about how to go about it. He really told me and said that the one kid that his team was really looking at, and they're shocked that we got it before him, was this kid, Hassan Nasiruddin.
Yep.
Like they were saying that this kid actually like could have been like a 2nd, 3rd round pick potential, but he had an ACL tear. So they actually, it smells a lot like the Bryce Hall kind of thing, where like that kid had such a high grade and he just dropped because of a crap injury, unfortunately. So, and I mean, I guess the trend thank you. I think the trend we noticed is just that, and my Niner buddy said like, the Salah's not very big on like a pure shutdown corner, even though he had Richard Sherman. he's all about these hybrid guys. So while everyone
Yeah.
was watching TV, getting confused all weekend, like, the linebacker safety, what the fuck is this? It's because that's really how he tries to disguise his defense. So it's kind of like a nice different approach instead of us having to single-handedly have to just draft like, only the JC Horns or the Patrick Surtains or the, maybe even like the Moldens I wanted or like any of the other guys. But yeah, so I mean, look, I'm glad they did address. It's funny because Rich Samini just gives the worst advice out of anything. He actually said that for the first time in 40 years, the Jets had drafted offense in the first 4 rounds. This has never happened in 40 years for us. So that's.
And then he started complaining about the defense. Fucking clown.
Yeah, I know. He's got a bone to pick. It's like him and the 2 people I can tell you is him and Pete Prisco on CBS are the 2 most negative people I've ever met about the Jets, and never have a good thing to say. Or even like when the Jets did something great. Well, it's the Jets. What else are you supposed to do? But
Costello was no better either. When they took the running back, he's like, and the Jets still have no corners. I'm like, guys, they're just such trolls, man.
Yeah, he talks on like Bruce Beck's show at night. Sometimes they get him, and it's just like they're like, "What do you think about Sam Darnold?" I kind of think maybe it'll be his last season. Well, I think he should stay. He just keeps like backtracking a lot, but yeah, I know he's kind of. I like listening to Connor Hughes. I kind of don't mind him, and he's with the Athletic. My uncle told me that he might be doing business with them because they're going down the shitter right now. The Athletic, yeah. So, but anyway, overall, like I like the Michael Carter pick. I'm glad we didn't go for like Javonte Williams. Like I felt like we didn't need to spend a higher pick on a running back. Get the guy who's going to pair with P. Ryan and Tevin Coleman and all them. I knew I wanted Chuma Hubbard, but I had no problem with Michael Carter. In regards to Elijah Moore, listen, when Matt Miller starts saying this is Deshaun Jackson, like I got very excited hearing that. And that video from AJ Brown was like very inspiring. Like it just made me realize that like,
it seems like he's a lot tougher than Deshaun Jackson though. Like, he's not afraid to go over the middle.
He's
He
more
gets yards
physical.
after they catch. Yeah. Like he's built a lot more solid too. I feel like
he can cut. Like I watched this film and like it kind of reminded me like when we had Santonio Holmes a little bit, like how he was able to just like cut left and right. Like he's just very elusive. And we've had guys like Jeremy Curley, and I guess would you consider Kotri a slot guy, or was he just more like a deep guy? I guess maybe.
But I think he's faster than Kotri though.
Yeah, Kotri.
No, I think he's better than both of them. It's just we've had guys that are like subpar, but I think that actually. The only negative I have is I probably said this in the chat room like all weekend. I was screaming this to everyone is the Trey Smith going to the 6th round. I just have no clue how someone that just lets him slip like that. I mean, the kid has a second round talent level. And I think they had something to say with like, it was like a lung clot or something issue that he had before, but
those stories were all coming out like yesterday and today, like all the injuries nobody knew about and why a lot of the players were falling.
Yeah, that's they said that was the same thing with Koromoa with your Notre Dame. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big Notre Dame like defensive whatever, but the fact is just like it definitely was a disadvantage.
Why are you smiling, prime time? Fuck you.
No reason.
What's that?
Fuck him. Little grin on his face. You started saying about Notre Dame. Kid hasn't smiled in 3 weeks. One little Notre Dame comment, kid smiling all of a sudden.
I've been smiling all week.
Bullshit. Sorry, Jake.
I mean, what do you guys think is the draft overall? I mean, we can all talk about Zach Wilson, but do you believe like the core, like majority of the core of the team was at least addressed? Or do you feel that there's things that we just seriously lacked? Like, what do you think?
No, I mean, I think they added playmakers, they added athletes, a lot of speed, a lot of like the one thing that you kind of notice on offense and defense, they like versatile players, linemen that can play guard and tackle, receivers that can play slot and outside, corners that can play safety, got a lot of moving parts where you're not just like pegged at one position where they can move you around a lot. The offensive line still to me makes me feel a little uneasy, but listen, they can still make moves, man. So I think I like the direction they're going, man. And now we know what a Joe Douglas player is. We know the kind of players these guys want. So we're learning that now.
Yeah, I mean, even look at like the last pick of the draft, the kid Marshall. Like, like the reason they took him is because he was the captain of the team, a leader. I think we can really prove at this point that JD is all about leaders with good credentials.
Football guys love the game of
football. Yeah, just like guys like everyone's screaming, why didn't we take like Jabril Cox or all these other guys? It's like because he's just not going to take guys who have question marks. He just does not want to take.
Well, it is. Because the Jets are in a true rebuild now. You're developing your locker, you're developing your culture, you're trying to develop your work ethic and your systems and all your like. This is how you set your tone now. So you want everybody on the same page and the same kind of mindset. And then a year or two from now, you can add in some guys that maybe not fit your mold when your team is on the brink of being very, very good. You can take those chances. Now you really can't take those chances. That's
No.
so.
I just really hope, and I will say this because maybe this is just the Justin Fields fan of me still saying this, but I really hope Zach Wilson. The first 4 weeks to me are not going to mean anything because did we not watch Mark Sanchez his rookie season where he was 4-0 and everyone's like he's the god? I want to see in December. I really hope the schedule is set where we go to Buffalo or New England in like the middle of December. Like I actually for once want it scheduled that way. So this way, I think hopefully by that time we say won 5 games or 6 games where we looked incredibly competitive and we won the games like we needed to win or just won the games. And that we can go read a Buffalo Bills, Sean McDermott defense or Bill Belichick defense and give it a hell of a ride. To me, if we're doing that in December, that's the moment where I feel I can say we got something here we've never seen before. Because I was even listening. I don't know how people I like Colin Cowherd. I like to listen to him here or there, but he had a very good take today. And I was screaming this all week. He's like,
probably first in a decade.
Well, he said, give me for Jet season, give me 6-7 wins.
Mm-hmm.
But I want them to be all extremely competitive, especially against the Bills, the Dolphins, the Patriots. I said, he's absolutely right. I mean, that's what we should be screaming. Anyone who screams, why are we not in the playoffs? Is just, it's ridiculous. Like there should be no expectation, regardless of what Woody Johnson and Chris Johnson say about playoff mandates. It's not the point because Colin Cowherd's right. We are a 4th place team. We're not going to be better than Miami. We're not going to
we're a 2-win team coming into the season.
Correct. So we can't have this expectation to go 9-10 wins, but I think 5-6 wins is realistic. And I just want to see, even when the games we lose, and even if we do lose to Buffalo and New England, we are making it a 21-28 game or like
you just want to see, you want to see him be competitive. You want him to see well coached, good time management, and you want to see the offense having a rhyme or reason and Zach Wilson learning. Like you want to see him keep developing. As the season goes out, they keep getting better and better and improving. Just see a lot of progress on offense, man. That's probably the most important thing.
Yeah. And then next year they can go to town on defense. I think they should still address maybe like center if McGovern's not the true center they want, or they can figure him out. I mean, they're already talking about us taking it like Derek Stingley at like the 4th pick next year.
No, I can't even talk draft next year.
I didn't even want to go down that road. I do like him, but the fact is that I don't think we're going to need to get a shutdown corner. I think we're really just going to go and utilize a bunch of guys that can fit the system, which is nice because it's what, the best coaches like Belichick's do. They don't need to draft like the highest end people. They can they had Stephon Gilmore that one, I don't know how that's going for them, but you just can get guys that utilize the system. And if that's the way our team is going to go forward, kudos. I mean,
welcome back, Happy Jake. Welcome back, man. Now you've seen the light. You've exhaled. You're positive. You're prosperous. Things are going good, man.
Well, like I said, I'm not selling the first 3 months.
Let's just leave it at that. Just say thank you. Good night.
We'll leave it at that. All right.
Have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Take care, man.
See, sometimes you guys save them from themselves. You know what I mean? Prime time.
He was about to go back into that.
He was. I
place.
sensed it.
Yeah, you saved him.
Any chance we can get Joy Taylor on Let's Talk Jets Radio?
Who that?
I have no idea who that is. I don't know how these people are. Joy Taylor is gorgeous. Is that his girlfriend, I guess? Is that Wilson's girlfriend? I have no idea. I have no idea really who that person is. So now
you can come on the show then.
This guy, why does he always he does it on Twitter too? Like, dude, you could fire out any tweet within a matter of 3 seconds. It's some kind of sarcastic negative thing. Don't you have like Jared Goff to worry about? Don't you have your own problems to worry about? Isn't there some like lion stream you can go on there complaining about? Man.
He's complained on a few of my tweets too.
Yeah, no, he's on my tweets too, just attacking all the time, just always. Yeah, I don't know who the girlfriends are. So I guess she's on Fox Sports. No idea. Let's see. There's one more on here I wanted to answer too. Shit. On the her. Oh, she's Colin Cowherd's co-host. That's why I don't know who she is. Cause I don't watch the show. I hate them. I can't stand most of them anymore. All right. We will go to good friend Jomo. Yo.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Coors
What's up,
Light?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Just watching the Knicks. So, man, if there is one concern that I have, first off, you guys got to come down to Miami for the game this year.
Dude, well, I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's
Really?
do it, man.
How far do you live from Miami?
Carolina, and Atlanta.
I'm like an hour and a half from Miami. But
Fuck, you're far
I
as
love
hell,
going
dude.
to
How
the
far are you from
games.
Fort Lauderdale?
I actually work in Fort Lauderdale. I'm about an hour away, though.
When I go to Dolphin games, I usually stay in Fort Lauderdale and like party like crazy there, and just take like a bus or like a van to the game.
Yeah. Fort Lauderdale's a nice spot, though. But yeah, man, no, we got to go to that game.
I'm down.
But dude, if there's one thing that I need the Jets to address, it's got to be a veteran backup quarterback.
Yep.
Just to kind of talk about the defense a little bit. With Salah, I feel like Salah runs a lot of zone, and you really don't need a shutdown corner for zone. I feel like he's looking for more of just athletic guys that tackle, see what's in front of them, things like that. But I love every single pick in this draft. Like we said, offense.
Every pick?
Offense.
You like every
Yeah.
pick?
I do, because with the corners and all the DBs, he's just throwing the spaghetti. See what sticks, man. I mean, you can't ask for more than that in the 6th and 5th rounds, really. I mean, you're not going to get starters there. You're going to get guys that are going to come in. They're athletic. They're going to compete for a starting position. If they win it, great. But, if they don't, they're going to develop, and you got athletic guys back there.
So you don't have any complaints with the draft? Like there wasn't any player that you wanted at a different
Knew this was
spot,
coming.
or any position that you wish they addressed maybe a little bit more?
I know offensive line, but honestly, it's not really that big of a concern for me. I mean, the only hole there is right guard. And I just think it's going to be a carousel at right guard. We got a couple guys that are going to compete. We got a couple guys that are going to compete for their starting job. They don't want to lose it. You got the rookie from last year. You got Cam Clark. I mean, there's pieces there, man. Like, I don't think it's the end of the world on the O-line. You addressed it. You got the best guard in the draft. So that's great. I mean, coming away with the best guard in the draft is a very big deal, And you still got Becton. You still got Fant. You still got McGovern. So all these guys, they're going to come in.
A lot of
they're gonna
positivity
play.
right here, prime time.
And, dude, the receiver room. The receiver room is stacked, man. I mean, we got a lot of guys there.
What do you do with Crowder?
I know I came on the other day. I said I wanted to cut him, but I do agree with you, Prime Time. Keep him till the end of training camp. If another team has injuries, which it always happens, his value is going to go up.
Yep.
And we could get something for him. I would like to trade him
or
for
we
Foles.
might be the team that have injuries. So
no
reason to do anything with. I'm saying no reason to do anything with him before the end of training.
We got a whole new strength and conditioning staff, man. We already went through the injury bug.
Yeah,
didn't we change it up last year too?
Yeah, but that was an incompetent guy that changed it. He fired all the good people.
I don't want to think about that Gase era, man. Ever since that press conference, looking at he was seeing ghosts, man. Not Darnold.
All right, let's go. Let's stay to positivity here. That's the past.
Let's stay positive.
Who do you want to sign? Is there any free agents that you want to sign? Next couple weeks.
I'm gonna keep hammering Quan Alexander. I want to see him get signed. I think he fits well. He played with Salah before. I'm pretty sure he was a part of that championship run. So I'd like to see him get signed. Steven Nelson from the Steelers, that would be a nice signing. On offense, I'm pretty sure I asked this in the chat. They said that they were available. Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. I mean, if we could get them for a good price, I would like to see them signed. Just that's depth. Compete with Fant. They'll probably beat Fant out. And we do need a backup tackle, so Fant could play backup. That's fine by me. But other than that, I feel like this roster is pretty good, man. Honestly.
A lot of positivity, prime time.
Right. We're set.
Oh, did he feel like he froze? Did he freeze?
Oh, yep, he did.
He did. Oh, and away he goes.
Huh?
So prime time, our roster is set. A lot of positivity here. I'm excited. I wouldn't say our roster's set. I think there's still plenty of tinkering we can do.
There's
But
a lot of competition, though. A
yeah.
lot more depth than in years past, I think. We'll see.
And then the thing, too, you got to wonder about is as you start looking more at the rosters, what do you expect out of CJ Mosley? What do you expect out of, Davis from the Lions? Like, there's a couple things, we can definitely get Fire Net on. I should I usually text him during the draft. I forgot this year because we're doing this bullshit. We can definitely get him on, dude. I'm sure he's all fired up. Even Joe Benigno's kind of positive and excited too, which is kind of scary. Wow. It's a lot of weird thing. Stop talking about Nelson. Listen, the Buffalo Bills, man. You guys are spoiled. All your guys came back. You picked the two options today. Your draft was kind of interesting. Took a couple of risks in your draft, but you guys can't take more players, man. You can't afford nobody else. You guys are already spoiled. Let's see. This channel is as bad as a thorn up your ass. Don't give two shits in
a. Thank you, Rose.
The only thing missing is Snoopy. So we will bring on Ann. What's up, man?
What's up, boys? What's going on?
How's everything? Up, man?
The orange sweatshirt, man. What's up with that?
People were asking. So
you look like Taz.
Taz, nah.
The wrestler, remember Taz?
Yeah, I remember. ECW, right? Or whatever it was. Yeah. What's going on? How's everything?
Well, listen, man, things are good when primetime's positive.
Hey, smiling. I haven't seen him smile this much in a long time.
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Primetime, you coach baseball?
Yep.
Very nice. Where, out in Jersey?
Yeah. The same district that I teach in.
Oh, all right. Good for you. Yeah. So, had a couple of rough practices lately, huh?
Oh, with the weather?
Hungover.
Oh, no. Nah. During baseball season, I don't drink a lot. I'll have like one, maybe two during the show, and that's max.
Oh, all right. So you've been a good boy. So just throw it to Tyson, let him do it.
Yep.
I still think I have one concern. And it's not a concern in a bad way. It's just about the corners being as young as they are. That's the only reason why I would like to. I mean, like you said, I don't think Sherman at this point is going to be coming here. But I'm just hoping that maybe the D line getting some pressure, relieve, the experience at corner. But if that's the only thing that I'm worried about, it's just maybe they're a little too young, especially if Poole doesn't come back. Then you really have nobody as a leader. I mean, May is a safety. I don't know how much he could help corners, but that would be my only concern. Otherwise, like I said, a little surprised. Only one offensive lineman drafted, but other than that, I think we hit home runs everywhere. I'm very happy. Even in the undrafted free agents, I was pretty happy with what we did with Kenny Boa, whatever his name is.
Yeah, the tight end.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be. I mean, like you said, it's just nice to see. I think Afram said it that he's already watching tape on Elijah Moore, and it's just that's the things you want to see. Yep. It's just like the attitude just already feels like it's a completely different team than it was last year. And
well, what I liked, we mentioned it, I think yesterday or whenever the last stream we did was that when they asked Salah a question about a guy on offense. Now Salah's a defensive guy. He broke down the offensive player, the fit and the scheme, the fit. Like, dude, like he broke it all down. Like he knew what the fuck he was talking about. Like, listen, like Gase would be like, well, that's defense. That's Greg Williams shit. Or Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles. Well, that's the offense. Dude, Salah's he literally knows what the fuck's going on. Like,
listen, I think you said that during the year. Yes, you have your offensive coordinator for offense. You have your defensive coordinator for defense. But at the end of the day, you have to oversee everything.
Yep.
You have to oversee. You have to have some sort of input. Otherwise, there's no point in you being a head coach. Right. For Gase, it was just, grab a play sheet and stare at it. I mean, we could do that every weekend, and there's nothing done and positive out of it. Well,
that was the one thing I'm older, so I remember when Parcells was coach. And I studied Parcells. I read all his books. Like I was an enormous Bill Parcells fan, just as a coach, as a general manager, as a business person. He's very successful. And what he does is he had the sound on for all the coordinators. So when the offense is on the field, he was listening. Defense on the field, he's listening. And if he didn't like something, he changed the fucking play.
That's what he should do.
And but as a head coach, like, if I'm going to lose this game, I'm losing because of my decisions. It's not like this is my team. This is it. I want this play called. That's what you're doing. Well, that's what I want. Not to be like, not when, Greg Williams called that. I'm not really sure why. Yeah. No, you heard the fucking play call and you didn't change it. Change the shit if you don't like it. This is your team. This is a win or loss on the line.
You could say that in every aspect. And that's like you teach MMA classes.
Yep.
If you have people under you and you're showing them a certain way, you're watching what they're doing, they could be doing everything right. And then you see something wrong, you step in and say, this isn't how you should do it. This is how you should do it. You're not interfering with them. You're teaching them, or at that point saying the way you want. Because at the end of the day, if you're instructing the class and you're the leader of the class, you're going to do it the way you want to do it. Otherwise, it comes down and falls on you. At the end of the day, it's not going to fall on them. You know, they could
you're the coach. You're the head coach. The wins and losses are tied to your name.
Exactly.
They're not tied to the coordinator. They're tied to you. So if I'm going to lose, dude, lose my way.
Exactly. And then it's on your shoulders. You can't blame nobody but yourself.
But the other thing too is, sorry to cut you off. The other thing is about having accountability and respect. Like if you're a player in offense and you know your head coach doesn't know his ass from his elbow in terms of your offensive scheme, what's going on. When he says, you know what, I'm going to bench somebody, do something like, dude, you don't know what we're even doing here. Yeah. You don't understand what we're trying to do, but you're a lot more relatable. You have a lot more influence if you could say, listen, I understand what your scheme is. I understand. Like if you're more actively involved, it pays dividends, dude. It really does.
Well, I don't see Salah. I mean, the way, and I know we don't want to bring him up, but it's a good thing because it's something that we're not doing anymore. Last year, Gase is just basically, just passing the buck to the next guy.
Well, Bowles did the same thing. Bowles did a lot of that shit too.
But that's
Rex
exactly.
Rex too.
But that's what I finally feel like we have a guy that will stand there, and if he's wrong, he's going to take it.
He's going to own it.
He's going to take it, sit there, give his reasons, not this bullshit. I got to look at the tape or whatever nonsense that they say. This is, and you know what? And like I think we said this a while ago. If he said this is what I thought was the right thing and it wasn't, I'd rather hear that. At least you're trying something different, and it didn't work out.
Authentic.
As long as exactly. Be yourself. Don't be just like, I want something different. I want our own sort of thing.
The thing is, you get a lot more respect. Like when Todd Bowles punts on 4th and 5 from your own 40 in the fourth quarter, and then when you ask him the next day and say, "Would you do that again?" Yeah, I'd punt again. The whole fucking world, like, dude, you don't know what you're doing. Then you're exposed as a fraud. Exactly. I have a lot more respect for somebody that says, you know what? Hey, man, you know what?
It was a mistake.
Up. I made a mistake, but I'm going to learn from it. Next time this happens, I won't do this again. But yes, I did make a mistake. And you know who's going to respect him even more? The players. Because I'm like, you know what? Because they take a shit like, listen, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, wait, no, he owned it. Now we're going to learn from it. Now we're all going to move on. Well, that kind of shit, dude.
You could take that example from when the Seahawks threw the ball in the Super Bowl. And you know what? It was, yes, of course it's going to be talked about because it's the Super Bowl, but it's not spoken about as much because, Carroll admitted he should have gave the ball to Marshawn Lynch and ran it in.
Belichick does it when he makes those controversial shit. He owns them.
Yeah, 100. But he earned the right to do whatever he wants. I want to get to somewhere near that point, which when you have a revolving door, it's impossible. And then you set the players up for failure because they're trying to learn something new constantly. And it just, I'm very happy just seeing them in the draft room, hyped up, and it's like, holy shit, what the fuck am I watching?
They look like a team, dude. Like they look like a team. Like they're all on the same page. They all bought in. They're all in the same mindset. And I'll tell you, Joe Douglas's personality is coming out now, man. Like you see, like this guy's like more. Like it's just
he's happy.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
How could he not be happy? I mean, he has to. I guess he didn't know Salah from. I mean, I'm sure all these guys have like an idea of each other, but they're not really close. But now you get to sit there with someone, and I'm sure they both was hitting this draft hard as they could because it was a huge draft, more so for Joe Douglas than it was for Salah. But you build a bond there, and it's just like the stupid little things, like a fist bump between them that you could see is actual genuine. That they were like, we got our guy. Boom, like Joe Douglas pumped up, like. It's just I haven't seen nothing like it.
Well, that was the impressive thing. Like when they got on the phone with the prospect, whoever they signed, they were talking in detail. We told you this, we want this. Like they knew, like you could tell, like the work was done. They put their time in to research it, analyze it, and get who they think is their players.
And the other thing is, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off now.
You're good.
Is the trading up to get Vera Tucker, and I said if that was their guy, I'm fine with it. But and I understand primetime. I know you were a little upset, and you know what? I kind of was like in hindsight. Hindsight's 20/20. I'm seeing that Minnesota pick that we traded. They got Wyatt Davis. I'm like, shit. Like that could have been right there. But when they draft Elijah Moore, and I hear Joe Douglas saying we had to sweat this out because we didn't think we were going to get you, that means you got another guy that you really wanted. I understand people can say, oh, they'll just say that because they drafted him. I don't believe that. Like, I think that's actually said in the case where you're like, wow, I didn't think we were going to get you, and we got you. So if that's the case and they got Vera Tucker and then they were able to get their guy they wanted, listen, they're GMs for a reason, and we're I'm calling your podcast for a reason. Like, you guys are above me and they're way
Fuck,
above
we ain't
us.
above nobody, dude. I don't know
No, but I'm
shit.
just saying. So I take what he believes in. So if that's what he believed in, that was the player he wanted, then I'd say, oh, maybe we should draft O-line. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't have. And this is what we needed to help out our quarterback.
And these are his guys. When you're this aggressive to get Vera Tucker, then this is your guy. You're putting your name on it, dude. Like we said, we talked about the whole time. Listen, get your guys to be the best fit because now you have all these resources. Find a way to the best of your ability to improve the team. This is who he's doubling down on. He doubled down on Wilson. He doubled down on Vera Tucker. He's doing all this. Yeah.
And getting Carter. I mean, listen, I know primetime. I don't know how happy you are. I didn't really hear about Michael Carter as much as all these other Kenneth Gainwell and all these other guys, after ETN. But I mean, everything I see, he looks pretty impressive. I mean, if
Well, let me also clarify. I was happy that they traded up for 14. I mean, I felt like when you look at the trade, the draft value chart, I mean, it was pretty fair compensation what they gave up to move up. And again, they got the best available offensive lineman that was there. So I'm not too upset about that. I'm just saying I understand where some people that were upset looking at the 2 third-round picks that we lost and some of the talent that ended up falling there. Maybe you could have got 2 guards for the price of 1. But if you got the best guard, I'm not going to complain about that.
No, I'm not saying what I'm saying is basically if we didn't trade, I know you weren't upset, but I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I was just like, man, maybe we could have got a couple of more guys, but if that was the guy, it's just you don't know if you stay with Pat where you are, the draft can change. Just because we traded doesn't mean that he's available there. So you know what? If we got a guy, say Wyatt Davis wasn't there when we picked, or whoever offensive line we liked, and they're going, it changes. You might wind up with nobody, and now you have to trade back because you don't have a guy you want. I'd rather trade up and get our guy than either stay pat or trade back and settle. I think we made a move. We seen the guy we wanted. We were aggressive, and you know what? Something I haven't seen in a while from the Jets. So I'll take it. I'm happy, and now it's just let them play. Hopefully the coaching goes. Everything seems right. It just it feels right. I haven't felt right about this team in a long time. Like, honestly, I don't feel that next year we're going to go into next year and by week 4 we're going to say, shit, I got to wait till next year again, the way we did last year. I honestly believe that this coach will try and do whatever he can do to make this a respectable franchise and a competitive franchise. And honestly, from where we were to where we're going, if that's the case, I would be more than happy. We win 4 or 5 games, but we're competitive and we're in the games, and it's not 21-0 by the end of the fucking first quarter or 7-0 at the end of 13 minutes left in the first quarter. And I could watch a product and say, you know what, it's moving right. I'll be all but happy.
Well, you just want to see him be well coached, disciplined, physical. Like, you want to see a lot of things we haven't seen in a couple of years now. Like, you could tell, dude, like you said, if you lose like 28, say 20, but it's a very good game, they're very competitive, and you could see like, all right, there is some learning curves, there is some growing pains. They're going to make some mistakes in there. It's expected when you have all this change and like a lot of young players. That's fine. But if there's no quit, like you said, they're not giving up 75-yard touchdowns untouched in the fucking first play of the game. If they're like still stupid, or they're quitting, like they're quitting in the third quarter, quitting in the fourth quarter, like shit like that.
Yeah. Well, it's also this is also just step 1 of this phase. We still have a huge amount of cap going into next year, and I believe it's like 10 or 11 something, a bunch of picks as well. So you can't expect that much. This is a very young team now. It's going to be an extremely young team from head to toe. So there's going to be games where like, but you know what? At least now you could say if they played good the last 2 weeks, he has a clunker or they didn't mesh right, and then the following week they come out and look okay, it's going to happen. And I'm fine with it as long as we're moving in the right direction. Now, we might hit free agency and the draft again next year. And now between this year and next year, there's possibility for us to be good sooner rather than later for a long time. For the first time in a long time, and I'm extremely happy. I think this was like you said, I'm not going to grade it, but I think this was a very good draft to put us in the right direction. And that's
I agree.
So
well said.
Yep.
When are we going to Arthur Ave? When are we doing this?
Listen, you guys are the travelers, so it's up to you.
What's your schedule like? When are you free?
I could be free whenever I want. I'll leave work. I don't care. I'm not going to
figure it out.
I'm not at the job much. I told you, I just got I got the application for city sanitation, so I'm basically just floating along with what I'm doing now until they hire me. So, you guys want to come in? Let me know.
We better hang out soon then before you get busy prime time.
Yeah,
I was saying after baseball for me. So sometime.
When's baseball end?
early June. So
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
mid to late June. Let's do something.
That work. The
Right.
summer's probably. I mean, listen. If you guys really wanted to, it's. I mean, it is the only problem. It's the first week of football. It's a big Italian feast. They shut down the whole block. All the stores come
I'm
on the
down.
sidewalks.
When is this?
Ferragosta feast? It's the first week of September.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I mean, they bring the sausage. All the stores come out to the sidewalk and cook. And
As long
people
as
are
the
in
Jets
the
aren't home.
streets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how it's gonna go. So it's always like iffy between me because it's the first week of football, but I love being there. So it's like bouncing in and out of the restaurants to watch games. But that's maybe an idea that we could do.
We'll do that too. We'll do a bunch of things then.
All right.
Cool.
Well, like I said, if they're not home, then it's a definite for me.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'd be in for that.
And we get you gotta come down the shore too. Come kind out the shore.
I told
down
you
here.
I'll be going down. I think it's I think it's the first week of June. Prime time with my family. I'll be down in LBI.
Prime time, come down too then.
Yeah, I could probably come down for like a Saturday or Sunday.
All right, we'll do that. Sounds good, boys. So
Cool.
we'll be in touch. We'll figure something out, but definitely sooner than later.
Just call prime time secretary. She'll figure it all out.
Who, Cassandra?
Cool.
I'll talk to you
I'll
later,
see
man.
you guys later. Later,
Good
boys.
one, man. Have a good night.
Oh shit. I just can't wait, man. I'm so excited for the summertime. Just get out of the house and start enjoying life again.
You and me both.
So we will bring on Mr. who is the shotgun maestro,
No
and
shit.
he is the resident Seahawks fan, but also becoming a major Jets fan. I missed him last week because my fucking my goddamn Wi-Fi crashed.
I think he's officially a Jet fan now.
Wait, I wasn't calling you the secretary. I was just saying a secretary in general. Just that he's becoming
You called her secretary. It's
Prime
fine.
Time and Tyrone are both very Hollywood now. Very high up there now.
When have I become Hollywood?
You guys are both
Never.
What's up, man?
What's up? Cassandra's
Look at him wearing the shirt too.
gonna kill you guys.
What's he gonna kill me for? I said Primetime's got a secretary. I didn't say it was her. I just said he has one.
I do nothing to her.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. She's gonna kill Aaron. But one thing I forgot to say Saturday is I want to talk about that guy. That interview. Zach Wilson. Fuck him.
Why are you so angry, man?
Was that Craig Carton you said?
Yes.
Oh shit.
He's lucky. Zach Wilson is in Mexico. Otherwise, he'd have two black eyes today. But with that being said, Sunday is Mother's Day. Prime time, Tyson. Happy Mother's Day to your moms.
Oh, thank you, man.
Everyone in the chat. Happy Mother's Day to your moms. But Tyson, let me clear something up with you. Now you wanna.
What's up, Crenshaw?
Now
Call him out.
You wanna bring in a veteran quarterback. Correct?
Yes.
Now, is that the start?
Yes.
Or just
Wait, to start? To start?
A veteran corner to start?
No, a quarterback.
Oh, they said cornerback. Oh, my bad. No, I thought you said cornerback. I misheard you. My bad.
Quarter.
I thought you said corner.
Sorry. Quarter.
Oh no, quarterback. Yeah, not the start. No.
You clearly don't believe in Zach Wilson starting right away.
No. What I said is he's a veteran quarterback is an excellent mentor. Teach him the rules and ropes of the game and everything else, and you get him in there, just like a buffer between the coach and the quarterback. He just makes a lot of sense, man.
Okay. Because when you made that video about bringing in Nick Foles, I could have sworn you said to start
No,
The
I didn't say to
first
start. No, here's I'll make in case that anybody's confused.
He's waffling already.
I don't waffle at
This is
all.
right up Tyrone.
No, I
Here
don't
we
know.
go.
I
Here
don't
we
waffle.
go.
At all. But see,
Here we go.
unlike Tyrone, I had to clarify my points of view. So go ahead.
I might have misunderstood you.
No,
you
I'm-
didn't misunderstand it.
No, see, Primetime is trying to egg me on. It's not the way it is. My point was this: if you have a guy like Nick Foles here, if Zach Wilson, God forbid, gets hurt, or if Zach Wilson's not ready to play, or he's struggling, he can play and not have like David Fales or Luke Falk, where you're not even going to be
Got
competitive.
it.
You have a guy that's been in the Super Bowl in your locker room, a vet, a mentor, a leader that can help this kid if he's struggling. Simple as that.
Okay. Now I get it.
Primetime is trying to egg me on, but there's no.
I was
See, this is where Primetime struggles. He doesn't make any videos at all, so we can't even judge what he's saying or not saying. He doesn't make any videos.
Yeah, I do.
no. Here's
Once every 2 weeks.
no. See,
This is my worst time of year.
see. I'm glad I cleared that up
I'm glad you cleared it up too.
because I was gonna come in and say, "Oh, Tyson waffle,
No,
Tyson soda, Tyrone," but
keep your anger
instead-
towards Tyrone. That's where it belongs.
Yes, yes. I will roast his ass tomorrow
You better.
for not showing up.
He never shows up. Even when he shows up, he doesn't show up.
Oh, did you see? Did you see? I sent out a tweet about the shirts.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
No, I didn't see it. I haven't been on Twitter all day.
I'm already doing more than Tyrone.
No, you're doing more
You're
marketing
saying
than
what?
Tyrone is. You know,
You're
you got to give
saying
him some
what?
lessons.
Well done.
I told you, franchise cheaper and it works harder.
You're absolutely right, man.
Ask Daryl Strawberry.
Jose, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate
Of
it.
course. Thanks for having me.
Have a
Appreciate
good
it,
night,
man. Have a good
Jet
night.
up. Jet
Oh,
up.
See,
he's
now,
saying
now
jet
he's
up.
saying jet up too. See
That's
that?
the old slogan. It's all gas, no brake now.
Now it's take flight, jet up, all gas, no brake. God knows what else we're trying to do here. So, yeah, Tyrone couldn't even. Yeah, he couldn't. It's craziness.
Not one night.
Nope. Morgan's
Friday,
the best.
we
Yeah,
did
Morgan.
Saturday.
Give me a break with Morgan. Ay.
You wonder if they
Jose's-
just cut him though a year after taking him in the 4th round.
Jose brings the fire too, man. He just comes in and just,
Always.
So we're live. What tomorrow night, 8:30.
Yep.
And then we just kind of play it by ear because this is like the dead time of year now, especially now with none of the players probably aren't going to report for stuff either. So
Perfect time for Titanic and some cooking.
yep.
Whatever else.
We
you
did
can conjure up.
the bad memorabilia show.
Yep.
We got
Do one
that.
too.
We got a bunch of cool shit we can do. So
Yep.
thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for buying the shirts. We definitely appreciate that. And we'll talk to you guys all tomorrow night.
Later.